prepare for bedlam. Well, winter truly upon us, and our furry friends do feel the cold sometimes like we do. So this morning we've brought in animal behaviourist and Pooches at Play host, Lara Shannon, for some winter pet fashions. G'day, Lara.
Good morning.
OK, we've got special guests this morning. Now, we've got a bit of a fashion parade, so let's see our first model.
We do indeed. We are talking winter coats, and we have the beautiful Chubbs and Angel here. Thanks, Jo, doing a wonderful job bringing them in. And they're beautiful DGG. They're doggone gorgeous little coats here. So these ones are obviously with the shorter haired coats and the older dogs. It's really important to keep them warm when they're outside. So these are obviously nice little flanny ones designed to keep them nice and warm, but not too restrictive either.
But especially for an older dog.
Exactly. And these are good for inside as well.
That's nice. Angel has a little problem. He can't turn left.
As we say, maybe it's the driver. Well done.
Come on, guys.
Well
Just
done,
like in
Angel.
rehearsal.
Well done,
And our
Chubbs.
next
Thank
guest,
you.
this is particularly fetching,
This-
and in this season's colours of the
Exactly.
animal pattern, very
It
appropriate.
is. This is Simba, aptly dressed. Now, it's really important when choosing a dog coat is that if your dog has any kind of anxiety or phobias, you need to be mindful that you're not overdressing them. So Simba here is perfectly comfortable with wearing a little hat, but some dogs might feel uncomfortable with that. So you don't want to be putting it over their face or covering their ears generally if they do have some issues. But Simba is doing a wonderful job.
Yes,
Again,
you
nice
are.
toasty warm on those cold nights.
OK, well, wild weather. A lot of dogs do get a bit antsy in the weather, but, you know, how do you deal with that?
Well, major issue with thunderstorms and dogs, and so many accidents do happen. We see a massive rise in injuries happening. They try and escape through fences, through windows, everything. So there's a number of things to do.
OK.
Now, our next model's
Sarah,
ready to come
our
on
next
out.
model.
But basically, we need to do a couple of things with thunderstorms. The thunder shirt can help. It helps provide them comfort.
thunder shirt?
Keeps them nice and wrapped as well. I would always ask that anyone during a thunderstorm keeps their dog inside, pulls the windows down if they have phobias. In a nice, safe room, you could put a adaptable diffuser. Pheromone spray can also help keep them calm.
Spray.
That's right, and these are diffusers in the room to keep them calm. So that's a big one, and keep them away from heaters and fires, of course.
And I just love the way that our guest is wearing a very matching, beautiful ensemble.
Yes, this is that Boo Boo and Bagel.
Yes.
This is a bit shy.
Boo Boo. No, Boo Boo's just very well behaved.
Boo's just
again, Digger, stay. Now, very importantly, heaters in winter.
That's
Dogs'
right.
heaters do not go together.
We do see, again, another big injury that occurs is dogs getting burnt by heaters, particularly the little portable ones. Wagging tails is a big thing. So we want to keep them out of the way. Even a barrier around them is a good idea. And with your open fire, of course, a barrier so that any of the ash doesn't come out and any of the fire, of course, can't burn them. We do. It is a big issue, so keep them safe.
There was
demanding his
moment
moment
on the red carpet at the ladies as well.
He's demanding his Simon
Here comes
and
Digger. So there are, of course, that dogs don't, not all dogs do require a coat, so double-coated dogs don't require a coat.
Double-coated, explain
That's
that.
right. So things like Samoyeds, even Border Collies, your Keeshonds, even Digger here with his nice warm coat, doesn't necessarily need one. If he's getting a little bit older, it's a good idea to put one on him outside as well. And then, of course, exercise, if we're talking exercise outside.
So how do you know how much exercise your dog needs?
Well, look, all dogs, depending on their breed, you do need to research that to make sure that you are doing it right. Every dog needs exercise every single day, even in the winter. So get your woolies on humans as well as your dogs. And even if you can only take them around the block, let them out, get them sniffing. But also inside, play games with them.
Okay, that
Ball,
that
hide and
amuses them.
seek, do some obedience training and keep them physically and mentally active that way.
But the sniffing outside, that's what they go for a walk for.
That's
it's not actually
exactly right.
stretching the legs, it is sniffing.
It is. It's that scenting. It's so important. It gives them good pheromones. It's really important to a dog to get out and sniff their local area.
Okay, grooming, I knew. Digger just needs a good brush. He had a bit of a bath this morning, didn't you, Bubba?
That's right. In the winter, a lot of people forget about grooming, and it's the worst time. I see so many dogs covered in mats, and then people give them a wash thinking they're doing the right thing. Makes it worse. So in the winter, you need to keep your grooming up more than ever. Get rid of, if they've got a double coat, you need to get rid of all that hair so it's not matting up, because that pulls on their skin and it really causes them pain. So we really need to keep grooming up more than ever in the winter time. Brushing once a week for every centimetre of hair. So dogs need to be brushed every week. If they they've got longer hair, every centimetre an extra time per week.
And what about older dogs? Do they need any special
Bring our
sort
dogs
of,
forward, guys.
Yes, let's give them an older
Wait.
dog, of course, would need their winter woolies outside like we do as well, but orthopaedic beds, self-warming beds are also really good in the winter time as well because it helps give them not only their bones some comfort, it also keeps them warm as well. As we see, we've got some old dogs on screen there, so we really want to give them a nice soft padding for those old bones, a bit like us.
They're like me,
You know
The
what? Think
ladies.
about our dogs like we would ourselves, and we can't go wrong.
I'm actually seeing so many dogs in prams these days.
Yes.
It's
Just
a real thing.
ridiculous.
But why? Why do people do that?
Well, look, you know, if you're just doing it because, you like it, that. But we've got the little fellow on screen there as well. I saw her in the park the other day. So an elderly dog that still wants to get out, you know, if they can't walk, they can't walk far. This one's even got its doggles because it's got cataracts. I came across her, which was beautiful. But, you know, a dog like that still wants to get out and mingle with its mates and get out. So whilst they might look silly, sometimes they really are practical for older dogs as well.
Boo Boo's given up.
Yeah,
Boo Boo, we love you. Your bum does not look big enough at all.
no, exactly. So
Well,
they
is that
are
enough?
gorgeous.
Series 4, by the way, of Pooches at Play,
Yes.
a very pet-friendly travel special, airs on Channel 10 and Win
That's
at 2
right.
o'clock on Saturdays from the 20th of July.
That's
well,
right.
sensational. We'd like to thank all our guests.
Look
Thank
at these
you,
models.
Linesman. You're
Very round of applause for our models.
Lara,
So
thank
well
you.
behaved. Thank you to our handlers for doing such a good job
Yes.
as well. We had no runaways.
Yeah.
Yeah, no runaways.